What's up, fellas? Welcome back to the Loadout EDC Holiday Gift Guide. This is part 4 of 4, where I break down the best gift ideas for guys at every budget between $25, $50, $100, and now we're at the $100 top tier plus list. So I'll be adding all these new videos as we go. This is the last one of the series, so make sure you check out the whole playlist. I've got the link to this gift guide in the description below, but today I'm going to show you the top 10 picks above $100. So let's get into it. So first off, EcoFlow. EcoFlow, I have a little bit of experience with. I've got the River 3, but I also work with the River 3 Plus as well as their Delta Ultra, which that is a way higher end version, but I'm not going too crazy here. We got the Delta 3 Classic for only $378. It's a very nice backup power. You can do 20 amp as you can see here. $378. We've got the Delta 3. We've got the River 3 Plus. We've got the extension. We got the solar version. There's all sorts of options within EcoFlow. I've just got a few options here that I have a little bit more experience with. It can be used as a UPS battery backup. They get down to as little as 10 millisecond response. It's just great for when the power goes out, you need to charge any of your stuff, take it on the go, bring it on a road trip, anything that you need it for. These things kind of have your back in every category. Now, Eufy security cameras, they just dropped some new bangers, and honestly, it's like out of this world what they're developing. Like, look at all of the lenses and sensors and lights that they have on this new one. So I have the old version of this. I think it's the S40, something like that, but it's got the solar power. You only need this in about 2 hours of direct sunlight, and it will last you for the entire day. So I don't even know all of the crazy features about this new camera, but some of the things that I do know is that this bullet cam is kind of the recognition camera, and this PTZ camera will kind of snap onto that. So as you can see, this is like your full coverage, and then it's got that bullet recognition there. And it does have multiple lenses at different focal lengths, so you can really zoom in. I trust a lot of Eufy's products. I'm definitely going to be upgrading and getting a full kit very soon, but still looking into which ones I actually want to get. If I want to do a full kit of PTZ, or if I want to do a full kit of the fixed ones. You can also get just the wireless solar powered ones, or you can get wired and actually have them all connect to a system and have them record 24 hours. Now, what I love about Eufy is that you don't have to pay a monthly fee. I don't like paying subscriptions, and especially for security, it can get very expensive. So for security cameras that you don't have to be locked down to any subscriptions is fantastic. You can just spend the money on the equipment itself. They also have something cool where it's a deadbolt lock with a keypad and a doorbell. So this is like a full combo that you can get here with a monitor from the inside. So this is a pretty sweet product that they got here for $279. They also have this palm and vein sensor, which I don't know if I'd want to use that to unlock my door. I think I would just stick with the keypad here. So next on my list for something that guys want is an espresso machine. And it might sound kind of crazy, but guys don't want to spend a lot of money on coffee. You don't want to be going to Starbucks and spending $6 to $10 on a cup of coffee. I personally like making my own coffee, and I don't always just want a black coffee. Sometimes I want an Americano. Sometimes I want to make something like a latte. Honestly, I don't really care what it is. I just want some sort of coffee. And the Breville machines are super nice, and I really want to get this one specifically. It grinds your beans. It has all of the bells and whistles that you need, and Breville's a very well-known, reputable brand. Next on my list, Vortex. So I've got these solo RTs. I use them for hiking and pretty much anything that I need to see something a little bit closer. But the ones that I have my eyes on are the Diamondback HDs. These are the 10 by 50s. You can pay some premium prices for Vortex optics. For $200, it's not actually too bad if you think about it. You're getting some solid optics, and they're from a great state. We'll just leave it at that. Now, some watches. One that I like personally is the Citizen Syosa. It's a nice, classy gentleman's watch. It is automatic, so you either need it on some sort of winder or you got to wind it up yourself. If you're not wearing this thing every day, it will eventually die, and you're just going to need to move it around again, and it'll get going again. But $332 is not too bad for this watch. It's a pretty affordable, classy, not high-end, but kind of mid-tier watch. Then Vaer, I've got their field watch, the S5, but they also have the dive watch. Here's basically the one that I have. It's just a different colorway. So this is kind of the black version of the S5 field watch. But Vaer has some pretty cool watches. This one's currently not available. Next, I got TVs, soundbars, projectors. So this one kind of stood out to me. $159. You also got a $40 clickable coupon. It's a nice little compact projector. Speakers built in. I'd probably add my own speakers, which is why I got the sound bar. 1080p, kind of your standard, obviously not 4K, but it also has this like AI detecting autofocus. So it kind of like finds itself on the wall and adjusts based off of what it can see. So you can kind of just set this anywhere and just shine it on a wall and it will do its thing. Pretty sweet. This is something that caught my eye. Amazon Fire TVs, I've got one of these in my living room and I absolutely love it. I have the 65-inch version, but 75-inch for $569 is a really good price. I believe I paid that for my 65-inch. So TVs are definitely getting cheaper and cheaper as we go. This is something that you can get for your man cave. Imagine having this like in your garage, right? Even a 50-inch, $289. Get like 4 of these. Keep these in your garage. Make like a Jumbotron in your garage or your basement. $289 for just a nice man cave TV. Doesn't need to be anything special or classy. I love these things. I think they produce a great quality image. I've got no issue with them personally, but definitely pair them up with a soundbar. So what I did is I went a little bit cheaper on the TV and then upgraded a little bit more with the soundbar. So I've got the 5.1. This is better for like spoken sound. So if you want to get good dialogue, the 5.1 soundbars are going to have a little bit crisper of audio. You're going to really get that nice surround sound feel. So I would probably go with the 5.1, spend a little bit more on that. Or if you want to go cheaper, go with the man cave, just playing music in the garage, whatever you need to do. Get a little cheaper of a TV and then get the cheaper soundbar to go with it. It's really not that big of a deal. You're kind of just hanging out in your garage anyway. Next is a wallet designed by veterans, veteran-owned company. They're a very reputable brand, Proof Wallets. This is something that I've had my eye on for a while, something that I want personally as a gift for the holiday season, but I have not spent the money on it myself. But I definitely would back this brand just because they are an American-made, veteran-owned business. Leatherman is on this list. Let's see what we got for Leatherman. So we've got the Leatherman Wave Plus. We have the Free P2 and the Charge Plus. Let's talk about the Charge Plus a little bit. So this is something that I don't have. I've got the Wave Plus. It's great. But I've heard a lot about the Charge Plus because of the Alpha release. A lot of hate on the Alpha. I personally did not want to give it the hate that people were giving it. But man, it was not as great as I expected at first. But it's definitely grown on me. But I've also been told the Charge Plus is another banger, another way to go. So we still have the Wave Alpha here. It really is a solid tool. I do have my reservations, and the scissors on it are not working well at all for me. They cannot cut any thin materials. I can't even cut fishing line. I can't cut the inside of paracord. It's just not working for the scissors. And the scissors was like the main selling point for me. I was super excited. On the outside, you can open it with one hand, super big, like the largest scissors that they can put in a multi-tool, and then they just don't work. So I basically just been resorting to the blade. And honestly, the rest of the tool is pretty similar to the Wave Plus, minus the awl. So now in the Wave Alpha, they've added an awl. So that's pretty cool. I just don't know if it's really something that I'd want to spend $200 on personally. So next we got the StopBox safe. This is 2 lock boxes here for $158. What's cool about this is there's no electronics. It's all mechanical, and it's based off of a combination that you pick yourself. So it makes it more difficult for people to get into it. But what's great about it is the response time. If you ever need to access your at a really quick rate, this is the way to go. If you want to keep it locked down, you want to keep your locked up and safe, get a StopBox. This is so much better than any other lockbox or safe that you want to use at quick access. Get 2 of them, give them both out. Give one to a friend, give one to family. $158.99 for 2 of them is a great deal. Now, next I got Olight on the list. So I've already talked about the Arc Pro, but here's the Arc Pro Ultra at $103. So just over $100. This is now 1700 lumens. What's cool about this one is that they've kind of made this a little bit more unique. They've got this little breathing light right here that evolves over time. So the more that you use this thing, the different colors will change. So you're going to get different colors in this little Olight logo right here, which is kind of neat. But what I really like about Olight's new releases is the Olight Marauder Mini 2. So I have 2 Marauder Minis, just the one though. It's the Marauder Mini 1. So now the Marauder Mini 2, they've added 3000 lumens, which I'm hoping it's a true 10,000 lumen, because the Marauder Mini I don't think is a true 7,000 lumen. it's not that bright for its size. But what's cool about the Marauder Mini 2 is that they've incorporated this floodlight and the spotlight all in one. So you can use them both at the exact same time. And they ditched the other lights. So now it's just red light rather than red, green, and blue. I personally had no use for the green and blue. I just like the red light. So I'm glad they put 2 emitters on the red light now. They've also made updates to the dial and the battery indicator and the brightness indicator and the switches. They've got something more similar to the Arc Pro or the Arc Feld, how you've got that little selector switch. So this is a really cool update, something that I definitely want to get my hands on, maybe ask for on my Christmas list. So as you guys can see, there's a lot of products on this list. It's going to keep growing, so don't give up on it. Keep checking in on it here and there. I didn't want to talk about everything on this list just because it is a lot and it's going to keep growing. Just the top 10 items that I wanted to mention on this list. If you guys have any suggestions to add to this list, please let me know in the comments below. If you guys have any questions, also drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.